and certainly helped this club, but this club also did not do what you were hoping to do. Just your feelings on the time that you were here, and where you think this club, one, going through that, but where you think this club is going.
Yeah, like I've said many times before, I thoroughly enjoyed my time. Really disappointed that it's ended the way it has done, because I believe that when we got the result against Chicago, it was 3-0, the clean sheet. I felt as though we swung a little bit of momentum, and the results picked up a little bit. But obviously, the last 6 games we've not won a game, and we've conceded an awful lot of goals. We've scored a lot of goals as well, but I haven't got any points from. I ain't got enough points from them games, sorry, to keep our hopes of getting the playoffs alive. So to be out of it with 2 games to go was really disappointing, because we thought if we could take it to the last day, you know, and it'll hopefully be in our own hands against a team who was also fighting for the playoffs. But it wasn't to be, and like I said, we've got a lot of work to do in the off season.
Hey Billy, there's an option for you for next season. Are you interested in coming back here? Have discussions started? And what were your overall thoughts on the league itself? I mean, coming in, scoring the goals you did, what kind of playing against other defenses? Did you see anything? I'm pretty sure you saw everything through your career, but what do you think about the style of defensive play and overall style of play in the league?
Yeah, obviously, to the first part of your question, I'd love to stay. I've really enjoyed it. The lads have been great. The fans have been great. All the staff's been great. And I feel I've got a part to play, and I'd really like to, because the way it's ended this season, I'd like to be part of a successful season next season. I've spoken to the manager, so who knows? We'll find out in the near future. But yeah, going back to the second part of your question, yeah, some of the games have been really open, and a lot of goals in them. Couldn't really get control of games, but I think that's because we were chasing it big time towards the end, where we was going out and not having control of many games, and it was basically whoever scored the most goals, and you can't play football like that. You've got to take each game as it comes, which all come with different challenges. Obviously, the away games is something new to me, which the travelling between the games and the time zones and the different changes of weathers. But no, I've enjoyed that as well. That was something that the lads said to me, look, you might have to get used to quickly, but that was a good challenge in itself as well. But I thoroughly enjoyed it, and hopefully I can keep getting many experiences like that.
Do you have any plans to train back home or throughout the off season, or would you just stay around here, or what are your off season plans?
I'm going to stay around for a couple of weeks. Yeah, enjoy some time off in LA, which, like I said, I've thoroughly enjoyed with the family, and then going to head back to England and hopefully find out what my plans are for the future. But I'll be obviously keeping fit by myself, and that is the hardest part. And it'll be strange because I'll be going back, and the football season in England will be in full flow, and I'll be itching to be on the pitch, because I came here with obviously having the off season in England, and I just started to feel good in my body, and I think I started 8 games. So to get the 6 goals, I was delighted. That was my aim. But obviously, when I got to 6 so quickly, I wanted to try and get more. But yeah, I'd like to be able to build from that, and hopefully that can happen.
In the time that you were here, what aspects or what about what the Galaxy did on the field, maybe in terms of the style of play or some aspect of that, would you say was a real positive, something that you really thought that you really admired?
Yeah, obviously the manager tries to make us play in the right way, building out from the back and playing through teams, and not making it easy for the opposition, but you know, it's been said quite a lot recently about injuries and change of personnel in the team, where we was fighting against it, whatever personnel we put out there, and we couldn't build no rhythm or momentum to get us season kick-started. So, and obviously I weren't here at the start of the season, but the lads have said that that's where it did go wrong. They didn't get the start that they wanted, and with obviously 9 teams getting into the playoffs, well, a chance to get into the playoffs is something that LA Galaxy should be getting into. So, the boys are hugely disappointed for each other and for the fans that we haven't made it. So it needs to be put right next season, definitely.
You ever have a season like this where there's so many injuries across the roster? I mean, we've never seen it around here. I mean, so many guys are out for ended up out for the season.
Yeah, it happens in football. They're the challenges. That's what you have your squads for. Everyone's always asking questions on the outside. Is it the training? Is it too hard? Is it the pitches? Is it this? Is it that? Bad luck, because you've had 4 bad knee injuries to 4 players that probably would be in the starting 11. And obviously I know that that's why I came to the club, because, Chicha was out for the season, and I had to try and come and score some goals in replace of him. So he was a big miss in the dressing room as well. So I've obviously met him a few times since I've been here, and you can tell he's got an influence around the place, and he's been a huge loss, as well as others, like I said. The pitch wasn't great the last 2 games, but that's because they had to rip it up. No, the pitch has been brilliant. All the pitches was fine, even the Seattle turf. Yeah, it wasn't as bad as I thought, and my body wasn't as bad the next day. So, obviously injuries happen through the season, but when they come so quick and fast and as bad as they have done this season, it is going to hurt. It's going to hurt the squad, and it's going to affect morale maybe, and obviously affecting the results, and obviously the chasing the season from the start that they had after the first 12 games to then trying to make it happen for the last 12 games. We just didn't have enough individually and collectively as a squad this season.
And 3 of those knee injuries to captain, replacement captain.
Exactly. So not only good players, but leaders as well, which, there is leaders in there. I tried to come as well to give leadership. Obviously, the change room in there is really good. The atmosphere, the morale, and the way people get around each other, it's a good environment. But obviously, to concede so many goals as a team, not as a defence, as a team, as an 11, it was too easy to break down, and goals were going in far too easy. So that's something that I know we've got to tighten up for next season, definitely.
We're now going to go to questions on Zoom. Alex Ruiz, go ahead.
Yeah, I've spoke to Greg about that, and I know that he's had players here before at other clubs, and he's obviously found it difficult with a lot of big characters that he's lost and a lot of quality players that he's lost to injury. And you have to manage some players differently, and he's had to obviously do that. You can't treat every player you treat them all the same in the dressing room, but you sometimes have to. If they're a young lad or lacking in confidence or going through a bit of bad form, as a manager, you have to manage people in different ways. And he's found that a challenge this season, which he said he's learnt a lot from. And spoke to him about that quite recently actually. And it's tough at times to try and get everyone on the same page and everyone with a full confidence and concentration on the pitch when obviously the changes are happening so frequently.
Go ahead, Rob. Rob,
Rob, can you repeat your question?
Yes, go ahead, Rob. What would I like to prove with the Galaxy when I return? Oh, well, I'd like to come and be a part of this squad to have a successful season. I know that the last 3-4 years we've only made the playoffs once, so we need to change that, and I'd like to be a part of that. I wanted to come here, and I play football to be successful, and this season, which has been a short season for me, has not been successful. Individually, it went okay, but you want to be in these big games, and the big games are coming up now in the playoffs, and we're not going to be there, unfortunately. So it's going to be disappointing to have to watch that. But we'll have to bottle that feeling up and make sure that we come back stronger mentally and physically to make sure that that feeling isn't there again next season.
Thanks for your time, Billy. I think that's it.